game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. It was crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the start. I remember.
On the turf, Lil Box and Lil Merc. Not a gang of birds, but the third served the Lil work. Sticky shit, every time he lit his big. Politicking with his clique, trying to hit the biggest lick. Problem with the hood, we gon' have to see to that. It was Baby Jinx, Tiny D, me and Black. To be from EC, can't explain how it felt to me. Lil BT nicknamed himself Looney. With big wine on the 5, getting hella faded. Heard that nigga ain't survived, so we celebrated. On a mission with the homies, or if by my lonely. Niggas know me, always got the pistol on me. Shot his way on the set, they ain't quote him on. Never lied, every lyric you can quote him on. Diamond shining, rhyming with my rollie on. Money long, kinda like a Coleon.
I remember when a nigga first got turned out. It was crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. It was crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
My mama, some shit you just can't forget. Like some of the young niggas used to claim to sit. Same time, some of the homies used to bang young. To this day, me and Herb trade the same guns. East side, niggas know about that 7 gang. Central to San Pedro, sold up on everything. You ain't heard, 93rd to the sin. Ain't nothing new, neighborhood, this what it been. All the Sherm homies hitting in the hood. Fuck the function off soon to get to getting good. A party ain't a party without a little drama. In the parking lot, hollering at Lil Mama. Say my name next to Johnny Ray, Baby Dre. Soul 1 and 2, Big Snake from 88th. For death though, I die for, I surrender. Shit was evil on the east side, I remember.
When a nigga first got turned out. It was crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. It was crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
It was point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I could tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Nate Bud, C-Mac, shout out my low, Spotter Low, cuz. Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, Craig.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's
it's
mama.
The homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
My nigga Spider Loke.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spot alert, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing his.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Baymaacbiz, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards. We all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies. Facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing. To be back in the black box as we blow us a session, especially after all the technical difficulties it took for us to be here at the current moment. I salute everyone's presence. Shout out to the Google gang, those that was here in the beginning, that bounced right back with me. Oh, my mama, I don't know what that, the whole process and program started pop blocking on us. I know the bottom information is not clear as it usually is. Last time we was live, for some reason, somehow, inadvertently, I deleted it, right? When I delete it, it's a process to get it back sized the way it be at the bottom. Then it's a cheat. I ran the cheat in real time, and the cheat makes it distorted. And it takes me a little time offline to do it. I'm going to remember to do it before the next time to get that how it should be. You digitalize on my mama. We got some cold situations cracking online. We got the new Takuchi, Troy Ave. I don't know much about it, but I got one point I'm gonna make that where I tap in, I just don't get. But before we even on all that, we got a word of the day. Dang, I'm covering up the word of the day with the get out of the get out. Hold on, I'm tripping. Let me see something. Bam, 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 bam. Let's do this like this. There we go. Demarche. Demarche is the word of the day. I often trip sometimes on the word of the day. You know how spell, yeah, that we call it spell check or autocorrect, right? Or auto also suggest words. So like typically when I'm preparing the live, right, when I get the word of the day off of my phone, I take a screenshot, I email it to myself, and I always title the email the word of the day. And a lot of times before I finish typing the word, the suggestions will finish it for me. But then a lot of times as we go through these words of the day, I realize it's some words that ain't even programmed into that because it did never finish this word and a lot of the other words we go through. But démarche, the word démarche refers to a course of action or a maneuver, and especially to a political or diplomatic maneuver. Démarche is also often used specifically for a petition or protest that is presented through diplomatic channels. The speaker urged wealthy nations to heed the démarches of those less powerful countries bearing the brunt of climate change. They went with the climate change, but to me the most current political, popular subject matter of other countries is what Uganda has chose to push forth with in legislation, in contrast to how America and the Western world are currently dealing with the similar issues. And then you think about when it comes to morality, just the low vibration that America has committed itself to maintain overall. And you think about this being one nation under God initially, or by intention, or at least by profession, and you contrast with that with the concept of this being the land of the free. You think free from slavery when you hear that usually. Typically, first thing you come to your mind, land of the free. What does that mean? Well, they'll tell you initially it was because the settlers were fleeing where they were due to the lack of freedom and prosecution against them practicing the religion they would like and things of that nature were the primary focus of them seeking freedom. However, an underlying sentiment and more primary behind closed doors was the freedom to be sexually immoral. And it's no wonder at this point in time we've gotten this far off of what we would consider moral when it comes to sexuality. And it's just hard to balance what Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade is pushing with what's going on in Uganda right now in my mind. And the word of the day just happened to put that in my mind. I don't want to get too deep and off the subject. That ain't really what we on. We might get back to that when we get on the phone. But at this point, we're going to get to our inspiring quote of the day. A genius is the one most like himself. I like these inspiring quotes because they utilize very little words to make their point. A genius is the one most like himself. And what the thoughts that are provoked for me when I read that or hear that is this. We think about what a genius is someone who can do something extremely unique or something very well that we all can do, that to a level that none of us or the majority of us, the vast majority of us, can't even imagine accomplishing that skill or task to that level. And we tend to label them genius due to that. And I couldn't imagine, for the most part, some, things seem like they could be taught or mimicked. And so genii or genius, perhaps when you think of chess, being taught the game, can use some sense of mimicking their mentor, their teacher, or what have you. However, there is a sense of genius when it comes to unrestricted elements that it makes it obvious that the reason why we admire it is because you're doing something that we not only can't do, but typically can't fathom being done until we see it. And in order to tap into that type of energy within oneself, one is definitely going to have the discipline and the courage to look within. And that's a theme that we have around here, to look within versus look without. And I think that's where the greatest of what we possess is found. And so that inspiring quote resonated with me quite well, because it kind of like confirms some deep down premonitions that I possess, things that I've shared right here on the black box. So, the lines are obvious, the things that you can see on the surface, and we know it's more than meets the eye. So as we look within, we are also looking in between the lines. On my mama.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
On the set, I swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you come into places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter got a brighter future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You landed flat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. Wanna catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers, whole world follow us. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buzzers on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy serves, immediately on ease. These weenies be nerve dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. It turned us into murderers and then the deserters. Number one lesson I learned in the pen: when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, classified most faded. The local won't be satisfied till all his folks made it. This Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Big homie talking about he need half of that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard's having that. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. SPI, the most easy read between the lines, available on all digital platforms. I believe that's up off the Illiterate project, also available on all digital platforms. Swifty Blue. Person who has made himself somewhat popular on the internet. I believe he's a rapper. I'm not familiar with his music, but he's from Southern California. He's a Sereno essay, active, self-proclaimed gang member, involved with the culture to some extent. He's been no other way to describe it, involved in some trolling. We reacted not even favorably to some of the antics that he's presented. No hate toward him, just didn't approve of some of the things he said. We ain't nobody on the subject except experts on the environment and the elements. However, I'm going to keep it a Google. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And when somebody, I can't imagine being validated. Just imagine for years, how long have I been telling y'all that Ho No Honey been hiding the fact that Bluface was a nobody else speaking on it. Just think, when I was first getting that Ho No Honey via social media and all that, because I found out he lied on me, I used to go out my way, especially when it was on IG, to make sure I added Blueface every time I served Hold No 100 with some factuality factoids about how fruity pooty and fruit poop buddy was. I will always go out my way to add Blueface and be sarcastic, like, cuz, you know, get your money, Crip, make sure he keep paying you, whoop, wop, wop. I wasn't never trying to, I was going to always keep it beautifully cripping with cuz, just cuz he a crip on my mama. However, I became aware shortly thereafter about an incident that took place allegedly near Magic Mountain in either Valencia or Santa Clarita, somewhere in that area. I believe it took place at a gas station, right? And I've been sharing this story on multiple occasions. Hold No 100 chooses to address me publicly on platforms on multiple occasions, and he addresses all type of antics and smokes and smears and BS. He don't want y'all to read between the lines, but he has hours and hours and hours of conversation on content that's not related to him, other controversial issues, a bunch of situations, but he does not want to speak about the paperwork, the report of a robbery made by Blueface that also has his name, Cash, and his wife or ex-wife. I don't know what the current situation is with their marital status, but Cash and Kim Jones were also people who made statements in regards to this incident where Blueface got robbed, and allegedly he got robbed, and there was some exchange of gunfire, allegedly, according to the report that Blueface made, that Cash and Kim Jones also corroborated. I've been telling y'all about an individual that, only reason I'm comfortable saying this is because this is information that Blueface has already provided to the authorities. That it's an individual by the name of Tester that's typically got to lay low forever because he's been implicated in a crime that he did not commit by Blueface. Blueface alleged, and Wacko No 100 been knowing this, while he running around pointing his fingers at all these snitches and all that according to him. But we see comfortable running around with Takuchi. You know that cannot be the first time he gets comfortable with what he considers a ratatouille. Just think about it. He claimed that Stutterbox from Main Street was a rat way back since the Suge Knight days. He was caught up in a situation. However, this is somebody that he's befriended and been friends with up until at least current years. Not sure if they still not friendly one with another. Stutterbox exposed him, offering him $100,000 in order to aid with his ill wife when she needed a surgery in just recent times. So we know he's comfortable being very cool with snitches or rats or people that's all bad. We also know that the federales, according to him, call his phone and offer him protection against people like Jay Prince. You got to think about all that when you think about the fact the only one, been telling y'all about the fact that Blueface told on an essay that he claims allegedly robbed him. I told y'all that the essay he claimed robbed him, allegedly, according to him, is from San Gabriel Valley, right? So check this out. They went to high school together, allegedly, right? And they had a rival, a typical high school teenage rival that started with football, went into romance, and then Blueface went a step up with popularity and success. He was Blueface. Allegedly, according to Blueface, they bumped into each other at a gas station, I think, and somehow Blueface came with a chain and didn't leave with one, according to him, and according to the police. So the people witnessed it was gunshots, whatever, wop, wop, bap, 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 and Blueface made a recording. I've been saying this for years. Nobody want to confirm it. Nobody say nothing, right? Disagree with everything Swifty Blue that been popularized for saying damn near to this point. And then look at this. Shout out to Swifty motherfucking Blue. The beautiful truth has arrived. Look what the wind blew in. Oh, my mama.
On Bluface and everything he got going on right now.
Well, we talked about it earlier, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know the truth about old boy. He cool and shit, but, yeah, the homies already took his chain and shit before.
For real.
Yeah.
You know
the homies from the valley. The homies from the valley, bro. What 100 talk to the homies from the valley? Like, I ain't even gonna say exactly where in the valley, cause the shit, like, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about it, and I don't want to name drop or nothing, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, open case and all.
Man, can't get that squared up.
I can't say too much. Like, motherfuckers still get convicted for this shit.
Oh, my mama, that's everything I've been saying, except he talking about Blueface is cool and all. How is Blueface cool and all if your boy got an open case, could still get convicted? Damn, you see the buffering? Now our stream is suffering. That's crazy. Bring it back. Okay, it's back. How is he cool, Swifty? I'm gonna run that back one more time. Damn. The only thing he said everything I just told you. I've been telling y'all this for years. He didn't go back to the high school where it all started, right? It make me wonder how much he really know about the case, how much he really tapped into the. I know they got a network it's easy to tap in, but I wonder if he more familiar with the subject matter from some content that someone else may have provided other than his homies. I see the callers that's calling in. I got y'all. We gonna get to the phone line. On my mama, please bear with me. A little patience. The ones that's hanging up, it's not that I didn't see y'all. Oh, my mama, but check it out. Just check it out. Listen to what he said again. This is the story I've been telling y'all for years. And he summed it up in a matter of seconds. Check cuz out.
On Bluface and everything he got going on right now.
Well, we talked about it earlier, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know the truth about old boy. He cool and shit, but, yeah, the homies already took his chain and shit before.
For real.
Yeah. The homies from the valley. The homies from the valley, bro. What 100 talk to the homies from the valley? Like, I ain't even gonna say exactly where in the valley, cause the shit, like, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about it, and I don't want to name drop or nothing, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, open case and all.
Man, can't get that squared up.
I can't say too much. Like, motherfuckers still get convicted for this shit.
Yep, it's a few years left according to the statute of limitations on that situation. But if y'all didn't believe me all these years, that whole no honey, the harbor a rat, harvest a rat, save them, support them, promote them. Y'all see it with Takuchi. That's factual, factoids, actualities. However, and forever and for death though and some more, you learned right here on the Black Box Show that when it come to Blueface, that's also how it go. Ho no honey, not only a hoe, but he is like a protector of rats, a P.O. On my mama, he ain't no good. In my set of yo hood, knock on steel, iron, and mow wood. Y'all dig a lot? It's a cold snitching. Where they do that at? Y'all thought I've been making it up, huh? I wasn't lying. You think that he jumped out nowhere and said all that? Like, I don't know if just think about it. When I speak about it, I tell y'all allegedly, right? I got video on my phone because on my mama other chain. On my mama, it was that first blue chain, right? It's allegedly. On God, I was looking for it before I went live. I couldn't quite find it, right? But, however, you see, this nigga say the homies already got him. But then he, in the same thing, he said he could still be convicted. It's an open case. So, just imagine the boy getting gaffled, right? Who name? Blueface gave his name in a police report. You see, he'll be on the public platform discussing and pressure and peanut by how it go according to his punani when she bumping the popular people in public. But he don't address that tester in the chain subject, right? Cuz put Cuz name into the official paper. Look, it's buffering. It's solid red, like the color I got on my chest and my head. That's crazy. But yeah, speak on that, but don't never speak on this. Why do you think? But imagine the boy being in court for this somehow, some way. And him saying, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't robbed nobody. I know he claimed this. It's alleged that I've done it, but I haven't robbed nobody. And then just imagine the prosecution saying, Your Honor, can I ask permission to play the prosecution exhibit A? Bam. And when they push play, this what they gonna play. Just think about it. Swifty Blue, you gotta slow down sometime, homie. Trying to prove you know something on my mama. You just this gonna be exhibit A in the trial.
It's on Bluface and everything he got going on right now.
Well, we talked about it earlier, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know the truth about it, boy. He cool and shit, but, yeah, the homies already took his chain and shit before.
For real.
Yeah. The homies from the valley. The homies from the valley, bro. What? 100 talk to the homies from the valley. Like, I ain't even gonna say exactly where in the valley, because the shit, like, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about it, and I don't want to name drop or nothing, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, open case and all.
Man, can't get that squared up.
I can't say too much. Like, motherfuckers still get convicted for this shit.
He want to say he can't say too much. You already said too much. You said the homies already did it. You didn't say allegedly. You didn't say the Blueface said the homies did it. You said the homies already did it. I'm letting you know Blueface already gave up your homie name. He gave up the whole get out. You talking about whack talk to the homies from the valley. Whack talk to the police, the responding officers. Cash Jones and Kim Jones, his wife as well. They already gave up the name of who they claim is responsible. So you talking about you can't drop no names. It ain't got you already. You confirming that the name that he gave the police actually did what he said the police did. That's what you doing. You already said too much, bro. On my mama. And how they always talking about discipline and all that when it comes to Swifty Blue. On Crip. If he ain't never got himself close to some real issues and politics with his peoples, he may have did it this time. I know they don't condone no. What you mean? The homies already did it, but he can still catch a case. It's an open case. So why are you confirming that he's guilty of what the open case is accusing or alleging him to be guilty of? Slow down, homie. You on the internet confirming that your homie done did what his open case accuses him of. It's a crazy time, man. Clout. And they do say Swifty Blue dry snitching. No, that ain't even dry. Dry snitching is like what? When you say this dry snitching. In a sense, when Gunna said, they like, was you in the car with one other cat and you just are professing profusely that it is not yours. You're vehement about the fact that it's not yours. That's dry snitching. You dig it, lies. That's dry snitching is snitching that's indirect. This is direct. He said the homies already robbed him for a chain. Now, in one scenario, the way go, people speak on because they're going lie, do the chain because they assuming you ain't finna tell and all that. So they like, I took that. I've been involved in that in the scenario. I didn't personally take it. I found myself in possession of someone else's jewelry, high profile. And the day after I became in possession of it, I took photographs with it and went to the internet and flossed it under the assumption that I got this in the game and the authorities would never be involved, right? Even though it could be perhaps considered to some a crime, at least be alleged as a crime. I was comfortable going online, flossing another individual's possessions less than 24 hours after I became in possession of them, assuming that the laws wouldn't get involved in nobody, myself, and the people or the persons that was with me that were responsible for placing them in my hands. None of them was in threat of any type of litigation, prosecution, or what is it when you incrimination. None of that was involved. So I did it. Bam. We took that. It was on some gangster shit, street shit, whatever. However, Swifty Blue, no, he already letting you know it's an open case. What are you doing talking about on an open case that my homeboy did that? This why certain in this song that be said. No matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. I happen to stumble on this. Oh, my mama, you gotta watch what you saying, homie. We know you want everybody to think that you tapped in and you get the hottest behind the scenes info on the line. You tapped into our culture. You trying to shell on a black nigga. I don't know how much that's your business. But in the meantime, I'm gonna salute you for confirming what I've been expressing. However, every time I speak on it, I'm only a legend. And I don't say I am a legend like legacy or legendary. I mean, I'm only making it allegedly that Bluface has claimed that this took place. It's not your place for somebody who considers the person that's being accused as a homie to jump in front of the world while the case is open like you claim, then he can still be found guilty. It's not your place to jump on here and holler about the homies robbed Bluface. That's gonna be Exhibit A. Oh, mama. I'll put that on everything I love and live for. EC Crip.
I was on a jail call, but they gon' have to call back. I would holler free cuz, but they ain't gon' do that. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats is hood rats. Me, gun smoking, Two-Face, spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it wasn't crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghosts, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said that when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that. 4800 when my bed rolled back. Yard on the roof, mandatory for the blacks. 6-man sale, got my store on my rack. Selling on the payphone, trying to get his bitch back. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free blue, but here S&Y rat. Trying to be true, but you can't define that. Go against the line, gotta push the line back. Go against mine, we got 99 straps. Guns in my hood, same kind as Iraq. Blend in the wood, I forgot to pass back. Strings on the hoodie, tied like a wave cap. Bullet from a left and then push you way back. Time in the pen, never get my days back. Each perk 10 cost $20 flat. If you want it fronted, I need 25 back. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats is hood rats. Me, gun smoking, Two-Face, spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it wasn't crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghosts, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said that when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that.
On my mama, check it out, though, like, it's situations all day today, man. I'm far more familiar with the Bluface situation than I am with the Troy Ave situation. And because of that, as long as Troy Ave and the situation with Tax Stone, two names I'm very unfamiliar with, has been hot topics. As much as we breaking down situations, I've been leaving it alone because I'm not familiar with it much. The individuals, the dynamics, or nothing. Seen the footage. And from what I could gather, it's similar to some few other things that I come across. The thing I can say about it most is I don't want to be in that position. Caught on camera, doing your stuff. Very sticky and tricky. You dig it, lies. So I leave it alone. Don't speak on it. However, it's kind of come to a head to the point where boy Tax Stone went to trial and got found guilty for manslaughter. And Troy Ave took the stand on him. And from my understanding now, from what I can gather, he is a street cat in the game, gangster type nigga. And I've been starting to come across a lot of content where he going back and forth with different individuals about the decisions he made, the position he was in, and their reaction and response to it. First and foremost, I would say a word to the wise would be sufficient, and if a word could get to him, and if he were wise, in hindsight at least, maybe too late, perhaps he should not have responded to anyone's reaction to his situation, because he did what he chose to do as a man, and now he's in a position where people are going to have a perspective. You know the script. You know how the game was wrote. You know how you got into this situation. Well, maybe you were pushed or forced into it. It seems like that's what you claim to have been. However, and forever, no matter what, I can't find no justification for this. Apparently, the cat done went on the steps of the courthouse that found Taxstone guilty of the crime that he was charged with, and just like T.I. Tipster testified on behalf of the prosecution in a trial where someone lost their life, and Takuchi testified on behalf of the prosecution in a trial where multiple individuals were facing losing multiple decades of their life to the system. We got another T. That's 3 T's, y'all. T, T, and T. Tip, Troy, Takuchi. Something about them T's. See what Trick me up to. Oh, Baba. It's crazy with the T's in this industry. I bet you it's another one, too, that's going to make it really lock in when we think about it, right? However, this dude done did a video. I'm only speaking on stuff I can confirm, right? This dude done did a video on the steps of the courthouse that convicted his enemy of a crime. Like manslaughter, that more than likely is going to send him away for double digits, right? And he says some shit on the steps of the courthouse like, I won. Bro, do you know in New York in particular, outside, take it out of the street sense, or the rap sense, or the court sense. In reality, when you walk down the streets in New York, you are likely to encounter a rat as large as like an NBA player's foot, just walking across your path, unbothered, like Freeway Freddy in the county jail. Big old rats. It's an infestation. I think they blamed it on the subway system underground, such a life under there. I think that's, boom, right? Well, there is a rat infestation in general, not just in New York, in the game in general, right? But in California, as much as rats have infested the game, like everywhere else, when you're walking down the street, they're not running across your feet. But in New York, they seem to have this emboldenedness that is more brazen than all the other regions. The same way them rats are run right across your feet. Well, I guess T.I. Tip kind of like, you can't let one person represent the region. But so I'm going to kind of take it out of that region shit. But this boy, because we got one too. We got a real bold one. Be calling me out, testify. Oh, the other T. Y'all think about it. The other T, the prosecution witness in a murder trial. The other T. He downtown LA, RDL. Riff. Think about it. Oh, wait, let me do this. I'm going to do this. I see the buffering so cold. I'm going to do this because the audio don't buffer. I'm going to do this. Think it. We got the other T. And the homie Riff the Loke talking about the rats down like New York. Maybe not the actual physical rats as far as the animals, but the humanoid rats are, because there is one that be taunting me. He's so bold. My squarest partner I got was at the courthouse during Eric Holder's trial. And this T happened to be present. not just to witness what was going on, but to participate on behalf of the prosecution during the sentencing phase. He gave a victim's impact statement after he had sat on the stand for the prosecution in the murder trial. First for the grand jury in order to secure conviction, then to secure an actual charge. Then he did it for the prosecution. Then he did it on behalf of the prosecution to secure a conviction at time of sentencing, and did it again for the prosecution in order to try to obtain a lengthy sentence for Eric Holder, and got him 60 years. Then this smoked out sex offender snitch had the nerve to get at my most squarest partner, business partner, suit and tie wearing cat at the court, non-confrontational. However, very, very equipped and ready to would have whooped his ass in another environment with this type of energy, but tried to press up on my square partner and tell him, or press on him about, I don't like you because you fuck with that nigga Spider Lord. Oh my God. That's another T. Vicious V. You already see the name. That's it. Thunder Rat. Oh, they bold out here, y'all. The Rats is bold. It's cold. Never seen this since 2 years old. On my soul. Rich riding if you roll or you coast. These Rats is doing the most. Both. On the east and on the west. I put that on the N and the S. 9-7. Just trying to find heaven going through hell. Seem you can't tell, but oh well. I'm just saying though, I ain't playing though. The lines is lit. I'm just on my shh. But yeah, that's a lot of T's. You got Takuchi, Choya, Thundercat, T.I. And T's is tainted, ain't it? I'm just saying. They is bold. On my oh, tease a tail. Tease a tail and toss a tip to the times. On my mama. You gotta be careful. T.I. such a cold teller. This nigga done told in a murder trial. He done told on the Punk TV show. Imagine being in hip-hop, you want to be known as this legendary gangster king of the South Street trapping cat and get caught up in what he already got caught at with all them gats and being on the stand for the prosecution in Ohio. Imagine that, right? Imagine pulling off the Houdini after that and everybody still calling you a G and hip-hop not really judging you. You think you got away with it. Hold on, 720. You got all the footage. You got all the footage erased off the internet. You think you got away clean. And then here come Ashton Kutcher, respecting you as a celebrity.
Dog, they tell it like that, dog.
A superstar even. He respecting you. He just trying to catch you up and get you involved in the Punk franchise, the legacy that is going to live forever. They go for all high-profile people. He looking for you to even be included like the Brad Pitts. He's just trying to have fun. And in the midst of somebody running a prank on you, bro, a joke on you, you already trying to clean your character up as a cat that's a rat. Because it's really just like that, and that's a fact. And you really can't come back. However, in this hip-hop metaverse fakery, just think about it. The most damning evidence toward his situation that existed in the metaverse been around way longer than we realize. He got it deleted way long time ago, right? Otherwise, it'd be no conversation, y'all. You would see him on the stand 45 minutes helping the prosecution secure a conviction against Hosea Thomas in a murder trial. He got that up out of here. And steady talking about this nigga threw an actual paperwork party in the club. It don't get no cornier than that. In your 40s. But anyway, he do all that, and then Ashton Kutcher, who you know damn well, was not trying to add on to the legacy and the legendary list of T.I.'s snitchuations. He got the Crime Stopper commercial so much that puts him in a bad light when it comes to surveying and analyzing snitchuations. You know damn well Ashton Kutcher was not trying to add to that ambiance, to that essence, to that element whatsoever. He was just trying to have fun with a successful peer and use a subject matter that was kind of like relevant to, you know, our lifestyle, being people that live on a certain side of the law or represent that, and then you know, being challenged with being caught up. You know, everybody that they have a prospect of utilizing on Punk, they probably, you know, kind of analyze what they know about them, things they talk about, represent. If you're an artist, they think about the music you make, the things you talk about. I think that all goes into what they decide to utilize for a scenario when they go to punk you. And T.I. tip, you know, gangster, guns and all that. They probably figured it'd be funny just to, hey, let's get in with, let's say this. I have no way to assume, believe that they were attempting to paint him in a picture as more of a snitch than he's been defending to be. I think they were like outside of the culture, not realizing that, and did something that probably they should not. And look what he proved to be again. You can't be more of a rat than that. Oh my mama. Even when it turns out to be a joke, it wasn't even serious. There's no need to be curious. You looked at the police and the bullets in your hand furious like, these ain't mine. He packed up my bags. I wouldn't be so convinced if I lacked them facts, but I know it's true. I know it's you, HD. And because I keep it in Google, I know you hate me. Just like when you sat on the stand against Hosea Thomas and raised your right hand to tell the whole truth and nothing but for 45 minutes you was cutting up. It was swift. At the end, when they asked about them females, you plead the fifth. That's a shame on my mama. And I don't really want no drama. I just know what I saw. And the truth can be raw. I would never lie to y'all. The writing's on the wall. Nah, I'm just BSing, ESing, Eastside, and you digger lies. We going real. Everybody that called, when they try to answer, we having a hard time making a connection. I don't really understand why, because I done prepare everything down to perfection. What's your selection? I'm up for the election. Harder than a pause.
That motherfucker owed me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna play like the motherfucker went in. Oh, Lord, to cut her motherfucking ass out. But I don't want no motherfucking trouble.
Press
But
play.
I tell you one motherfucker thing. The next motherfucker time I see this motherfucker, and he ain't got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head.
On the real, I I give a fuck of how a motherfucker feel. Motherfucker bet not fuck with my motherfucking meal. Run a drill, quick way to get a motherfucker killed. Fuck a trial and appeal. What's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Williams got my hand on the motherfucking wheel. Make some millions before I make a motherfucking wheel. You motherfucking right. What's the motherfucking lick? Niggas know going broke or make a motherfucker sick. And a bitch, that's when she leave a motherfucker quick. So she can't do shit but suck my motherfucking dick. And then suck and fuck the whole motherfucking clique. City rabbit, no kids, no motherfucking tricks. Just crips blowing zips, counting motherfucking chips. With hollow tips stuffed in they motherfucking clips. Taking trips, leaving big motherfucking tips. You still can't hear, read my motherfucking lips, motherfucker. What up, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Like us, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck, motherfucker. What up, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Like us, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Motherfucker, where you been, motherfucker? What the fuck? You just did 10 in the pen, motherfucker.
Damn nigga, where you been? Oh, you did 10 in the pen, huh?
That's the homie from the hood. We rolled them motherfuckers together. Cuz caught a case and told them motherfuckers loose lips sink ships. Control the motherfuckers. You gon' claim these dirty streets, then patrol the motherfuckers. Catch an enemy slipping in them. Blow the motherfucker. Motherfuckers ain't knowing. Gotta show the motherfuckers. I ain't like to square off. I stole on motherfuckers. Motherfuckers stole on me just like I stole on motherfuckers. Motherfucker. That's on the motherfucking set. Ask about a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucking vet. Ain't met a motherfucker around this motherfucker yet that can ever say they see me off a motherfucking wet motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh my mama. Y'all see what's happening in Uganda? Got the people in America hollering your honor like it's wrong. They pushed that so long that they think everybody in the world is going along, but the melanated, elevated, they ain't with the shit. They know it's in everybody's best interests. And they probably shoot you if you try to stop them. They focus on their future. I don't know how we can't see that the power that we have will be delinquent. You see the buffering, that's crazy. Let me do what I do. Let me get back to what cause yeah, hey, we ain't gonna stretch this out and try to force it, cause we don't force much these days. And for some reason, we having buffering issues that I can't correct within a real-time scenario. So we usually utilize the last words segment to allow our callers to give their last words. However, the callers have not even been successful in making a clear connection so they can even politic with me on this session. So, like I say, I ain't gonna try to force it. I'm gonna go on and get to the last words, skipping that whole real near radio segment that we have become accustomed to. I'm not gonna try to troubleshoot. I hope that doesn't trouble you. My last name starts with W. Oh, my mama though. Like, hey, I love y'all. My mama though. Like, check me out though. It ain't no me without y'all in this sense. When it comes to being on here, and actually having an audience, it comes out in the rinse, if not in the wash. That's why it comes off like I don't give a cause on my mama. Ever since then, I never gave a Shout out to my homie Lil Black, 97th Street. Should be on his way home, cub it down over a dub, my comrade. Can't believe it, nigga been around and involved in this shit long enough to have homies that's been gone for 20 plus. Shout out to Lil Spider, should be on his way home, on my mama been down 30 plus. Wow. Shout out to Big Spider, should be on his way home. On my mama. Been down 15 plus. That's deep. Shout out to Tiny Spider, cuz. Should be on his way home, cuz. Been down 10 plus. The spider web, let's call it, is 4 deep. Big spider, little spider, baby spider, tiny spider. Big spider is my brother. Tiny spider is his son, my nephew. That's bloodline. Little spider ain't bloodline, but he blue line. And I don't mean in no sense of no train. I mean, he a real homie, like, you know how we bleed blue? Cuz blood like that, cuz he a loc too, cuz he a true. But out of the whole 4 SPIs, it's crazy. I'm the only one out here, and it's been like that for my nephew, TS. Cuz, like, only turned the set, and then in 2 years, his career was behind the wall, and it's been like that for 10 years. So if I don't count that little gap when he was out here, and I wasn't really active even then. So it's been me out here by myself with this SPI shit since like 05. That's when they took big SPI. And like I say, little SPI been gone since the 90s. 720, what's happening?
I wasn't really active even then.
720, can you hear me?
It's been me out here by myself with this SPI shit since like 05.
Yeah, he up out of here anyway. He can't hear me. It ain't his fault. It's probably what I thought. This gonna be another session.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
It's gonna be another session in the vault. I was just speaking on how all the SPIs got caught, but they all shortly should be on their way home. Cause I just pray to the Creator that I'll be here to receive them all, and I can one time. Oh yeah, SGV. I just got a correction. And y'all know I done spoke on it a million times. I said San Gabriel. I meant San Fernando Valley when I was talking about where the boy that allegedly, according to Bluface, took his chain is from, that he told on in the police report earlier. I said San Gabriel Valley. I meant San Fernando Valley, and I've always said San Fernando. It was just a slip of the tongue, misspoke. But free all the riders, because I don't give a fuck. Don't think I got it twisted on no politics. Because the way we get down, cuz even behind the wall, wherever, you supposed to be able to present the issue to your peoples, and your people's supposed to clean up their backyard. So right is right, wrong is wrong. Even when it come to cripping and set tripping, for SA could come get at you and show you and prove to you that somebody on our side, it's respect for them to present it and allow you to deal with it versus them just dealing with it and then trying to explain later why they dealt with it when retaliation might become before the explanation, and now everything goes up. So the order of things is to present it to the people who represent the individual who are bad and leave it to them to clean up their backyard. And essays are more known for keeping up a protocol than others. And you digitalize, it's really on not the essays to deal with it if that's what took place. You digitalize. It ain't no secret that that's what happened. On my mama, I'm just not talking or rapping. On football field, I don't know who was the captain, but it also included some booty cheek slapping. And then the chain came up missing. According to the report, I ain't just dissing. He said he came up short. I'm on this microphone, but on that report, it also included Cash and Kim Jones. Oh, my mama, it's a cold situation. You digitalize, and I'm going to get up out of here on my mama saying, free the SPIs. And when I say the SPIs, I mean all of them. I'm from EC. I mean all of them.
This is bangs music.
When you're sticking to the script, it's a lonely road. Before they left the home tank, the big homie told. He know the way this testimony hold. On that low 4, they gon' politic on him cold. SPI bang EC for really though. Used to really go, ask my nigga Chili Mo. Had a cold gun game, crazy knuckle up. Bust on enemies with baby double up. Back and forth with the main streets on 98. Q97, me and Lil Johnny Ray. Posted up on Coden with a big ratchet. Way before Lil Wayne threw on that snitch jacket. Walked the yard with Slim Bag, what up Big Drac? Gave them back they L cuz you did that. Love my lokes even if we don't interact. Lil Mont, Baby Psych and Lil Black. EC. 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 97th Street, smack dead in the Middle East. Fuck the police for King Ron and Lil Reese. Tell the truth, SP3 never lack rhymes. Sometimes feel I might die behind my rap lines. We ain't in Malibu now, we in Maui. Baby Pie, EC, Bear, me and Wowie. Tico, Kiko, EC Red. Still can't believe Frankie and CC dead. Come to putting in work, did more than a little dirt. Airbrush shirt. Big Milk, Lil Merc, Lil Box, Baby Ant, both souls, all the coops. First Street to 24 when we call the troops. Lost a legend when we buried Bug. Coach love to the riders that carry cuz, never seen it coming. Was a little foul, still took heart though. My hat off to Lil Owl, EC. 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 Big Spider and Lil Spider both got an Ezel. Tiny Spider got 19, rest in peace, Ezel. Shouts to the females representing EC. The brownies to the quotas, rest in peace, TT. Big Tommy's son on the 7, that's Stay Pops. Me and mine never bow down to J-Box. And that's the coldest cripper nigga ever met. Coldest cripper ever heard about, better yet. 33rd Neverary, only time a nigga ran. On the land, go ask my nigga Ran. ECG unit, came up a little show. Got told on by that nigga Lil Show. Went on TV, the homies did BT Ugly. Got love for Infinite and Lil EC Buzzy. For death though, that mean to my dying day. EC, that's all I've been trying to say. EC. 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 This is my Don declaration, define expectations, inspired to aspire to higher elevation. Started at Genesis, read the entire revelation, dedication, meditation, and some fire medication. Judge a prophet and a poet, both body reputation, fanatically practice. Perfection requires preparation. I go hard, like this could be the last chance. Romance the spotlight, treat it like the last dance. May I remind inclined to go overboard over mine. But tonight I'm on this open mic with an open mind. Always try, let it fly, ain't care where it fell. Never say goodbye, but we'll tell her farewell. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. And just so y'all know for sure that I'm serious, y'all can put this right before the period. She slit the digits, I hit her with a digi-card. She came to visit, hit it hard by the mini bar. I made her roar like the engine in my Hemi car. Way before she came to listen to my seminar. Every time I'm done, she always want more. Keep a contour in her back for the encore. I paint a picture like we was playing Pictionary with perfect diction. I take you through the dictionary. Y'all can have an introduction and an intermission. They finna listen for it's finished, just a benediction. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I used to tell my testimony to the whole church. Now I stepped into the cipher once I soul search. Visualize the pain I'm bearing when it's verbalized. No more rehearsal, now you're staring in my herbal eyes. Turned them on, they all turned around, returned to lies. Despise this truth that I eternally internalize. I hate her, laugh now, cry later. Why hate a player when I'm just getting my paper? Your dialogue, that's a lot of lies to digest. Until I die, I guess I'ma have to digress. Chase the pay like she the one that got away. Remy shot a day, that's all I really gotta say. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word.
Sniper and Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It was point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I could tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.